Hello and good afternoon. My name is Amanda and welcome to the Den Creative. For today's pick a card reading, we are going to be figuring out who is your future spouse, your future husband, your future wife, your future partner. Who will you marry, or in other words, who will you end up with? So if you're new to pick a card readings, I just ask that you close your eyes, take a couple of deep cleansing breaths, and try to center your energy and focus in on pile number 1 with the Ace of Cups from the Fountain Tarot, pile number 2 with the Ace of Emotions or Ace of Cups from the Muse Tarot, and pile number 3 with the Ace of Cups from the Modern Witch Tarot. And if more than one pile calls out to you, there may be a message in each pile for you. So once you've selected your pile or piles, you can go ahead and check the description box below for the timestamps, and I also try to pin them as the top comment. So without delaying this any further, I'm going to give you a moment to meditate on the cards, and I will see you over at your reading. Alright, group number 1, let's go ahead and find out who your future spouse is going to be, who you're going to marry, end up with, whatever resonates for you, because not everybody wants to legally get married. So as always with my pick a card readings, we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot cards and get additional guidance from your oracle cards. And we already know this Ace of Cups was just used to select the pile, so I'm going to go ahead and set that below here. Okay. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, so we have the Sun card and the Four of Coins or the Four of Pentacles. So what's really standing out to me about this person you're going to be marrying is they are very joyful. Well, they started out life very joyful, and I do feel that they will eventually get back to that, or there are pieces of that that seep through, because coupled up with this Four of Coins, there's a bit of a deeper story that we're going to get into. But the Sun, this person is very, very harmonious and all about renewal and changing things up when they're just not working anymore. But sometimes this person takes a while for them to realize that it's broke and it's just not fixable before they can really move on. And it's funny because as I say that on my little board here that I've created, it says fix right here. I ripped up an old dictionary to create this, and this word fix is really standing out to me. So what I'm picking up is the fact that this person, it takes them a long time to leave relationships, even if this relationships from the past that they've been in, maybe they stayed in them way too long, or they just had too much hope or faith that it was going to work out. So they were the one that stayed, and usually they're the one that's finally broken up with because the other person has long since moved on. But I feel like that just really shows that this person is very dedicated and very loyal to you when you guys finally get together, if you're not already together. So this person has this deep knowing, and I know the Sun isn't really a card about intuition, but I'm really picking up that this person is very intuitive. Maybe not so much on feelings about things, but like especially where financial, I see this person knowing like what to invest in and what not to invest in is kind of the intuition that they're tapping into, kind of the more material stuff as far as being able to tap into, you know, like I was saying, like stocks or financial abundance, what job they should take, stuff that is going to have to do with their overall security and wellness in life. So they may know like what types of things are best to put in their body or to consume as well. So also I feel like when this person smiles, there are all these little beams of light coming out of the Sun. So when this person smiles, it like lights up the whole room, lights up their whole face. They may have a really beautiful smile or just this really unique smile. And I do see, this is funny, as I see them smiling really big, they may have a really straight top row of teeth, but their bottom teeth are kind of crooked and just not in alignment. But if you ask me, I think that is the cutest thing. Like my husband has straight upper row of teeth and like crooked lower row of teeth, and it's like one of the first things I noticed about him, and I just love it, and I just think that's the cutest thing. So I see this person having a similar smile or a similar row of bottom teeth. I know that is so random and weird, but I'm just seeing that as this person is smiling. But with this Four of Pentacles, it feels like at times, because they're so focused on creating security in their life, that they may forget to enjoy themselves and have that childlike wonder that the Sun card will provide when you get that in a reading. So this person can kind of find that balance between security and safety and having fun in life. And when they find that balance, it's really going to be beautiful, because this person at times, especially when they're really working and in that work grind, they may feel a loss of connection to what really matters in life, because they are so busy trying to create abundance and financial security for themselves, for their family, for those they love, that they forget to enjoy the process at times. But I feel like you coming into their life, or you being with them for the long haul, you're gonna remind them what that sun is in their life and help them tap back into that peace and reintegrate that peace into their present moment. And I do get a bit of a vibe of a dark night of the soul, because this sun card is so vibrant and light and fun. And then this one, it's like destitute, out in the cold, in the winter, in the wind. I feel very windy, cold environment here, with this like tented shelter that's just barely covering these 4 coins up. So I'm feeling dark night of the soul and awakening vibes with this person as well. But I do feel like you coming into their life is going to bring the sun back out, melt all this snow, calm the wind, and really have that beautiful sense of security along with the joy. That's really what's standing out to me. So let's go ahead and find out a little bit more about this person with the rest of our cards here. Looks like I underestimated the amount of space all these cards were going to take up. So if this little card down here is cut off, don't worry, I will read that to you. So wow, this is really exciting. Let's go ahead and get into this. So we're going to start right up here with this what do you need to release card with the waning moon. And what I'm really seeing with this is this person is, especially once you come into their life, they're going to know what to release. And like I was saying earlier with that, they hold on to things way too long. And it kind of takes the other person in the situation, or other people in the situation, to kind of step away before this person realizes, okay, this thing is dead and gone, time to move on. But you're going to be that catalyst to help this person realize what needs to be gone and what needs to stay in their life. I just heard releasing what no longer serves. So you're going to be this catalyst for this person to really tap into that part of themselves that can release what's not serving them. So, and it's funny too that I just saw that this person likes to hold on to like past memorabilia or stuff from high school or old clothes or shoes. This person really is sentimental about that type of stuff, especially with this childlike card with the sun. Stuff from their childhood they're really nostalgic about. Maybe they collect toys or memorabilia from their childhood, and you know, that's something I think that they will eventually kind of learn to realize, that they don't need to keep everything, but they can kind of curate the things that matter most to them and then kind of release and let go of what's not serving them. But I do think that might take some prodding from you to have them realize, you know, just because you had this toy as a child doesn't mean you need to keep it forever. You can take a picture of it and then sell it on eBay or let it go, and you will still have that memory of it. You don't need the physical item to remind you of it. And I feel like this goes along with people in this person's life as well. They don't understand when people don't really talk to them anymore, or they kind of drift apart. They feel like they should always have these people in their life, and they almost get really hurt when people start drifting away just because they have, you know, jobs or their own families or things going on in their lives that this person almost feels like personally hurt when other people are kind of focusing on other things instead of the past way that the relationship was. And I think this could be for parents. Maybe it's because as a child, oftentimes they kind of felt left out in the cold and just almost neglected. I won't say that the parents weren't there, but they may not have been emotionally available, or they just weren't there in the capacity that this person needed when they were a child. Because with this Cancer card, the doula, this Cancer rules the mother and that 4th house in an astrology chart. And this person could be a Cancer sun, moon, or rising, and especially a Cancer sun. We do have the sun card here. Or wherever their sun lies is a very important house in their life. And wherever Cancer rules in their chart is a very important place in their life. And for some of them, Cancer actually may rule the 7th house, which is that house of partnerships and love relationships and other people. But this person is a very feeling, very sympathetic, very nostalgic, like I was saying about the memorabilia and the childhood stuff. They feel very protective and also intuitive because Cancer is ruled by the moon, and the sun is what gives the moon its light. So this person, like I was saying, is intuitive in their way, but it's more on the 3D stuff. But this person also can be a little bit moody at times, especially when they feel a little bit left out of I see like this person at times, like Michael Scott, when Josh from the Stanford branch and Jim were talking and had this little inside joke, and then Michael Scott says, inside jokes, I'd love to be part of one someday. So this person does get a little hurt when they see people really enjoying themselves together and they kind of feel left out, and I think that does go back to their childhood roots. But this person is very receptive to new ideas and information, and I do feel like this person is a very old soul. They could have, she's got a really long braid here. This person has really long dreadlocks. This person's got longer hair. So this person could have hair on the longer side, male or female, or they have in their past part of their life had longer hair. But I'm seeing really that this person may have dark hair to kind of sandy colored hair as well. And no specific eye color is really popping out except one, and this is really bright blue, like get lost in it, ocean blue. So then we have the meditate and contemplate card with the new moon in Pisces. So this person also could be a Pisces sun, moon, or rising, or have prominent placements in the house of Pisces, the sign of Pisces within their chart. But meditate and contemplate. This person's not afraid to take that time out and really get in touch with what they want. But a lot of times they are confused because they don't want to let things go. That's what we were talking about earlier. So it does take time when they really need to figure something out. Sometimes they may need a minute to really get in touch with what they know is right. And I do feel like you guys will be the one to help them with that because they have trouble committing to one specific thing. They just want to be involved in everything and not let anything go to the past. Like if they have 3 hobbies, they want to continue to do those 3 hobbies forever. They don't want to have to let one go to the back burner because they almost feel like they're losing it or missing out on it in some way. And that doesn't just have to be hobbies. That can be people, relationships, friendships, what they do for a living. It can be all sorts of different things. You'll have to apply that to your specific situation. But then with this student card, the light attributes are humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. So what this is telling me is that some of you may have met this person in college or in a learning environment, or will meet this person in a learning environment, or even a job, somewhere where you're learning something. That could even be some sort of meditation or spiritual type gathering. I did see that spiritual awakening in this person's life, and I think for some of you this will happen before they meet you, but for others of you this will happen after you're already together. And especially if they haven't gone through that awakening yet and you guys are already together, obviously this is going to be in the future from when you're watching this. But this person loves to learn and just wants to know everything about everything. They may be someone with all the friendships and the past and stuff. They may be someone who just wants to know. Like, I see them like scrolling on Facebook, looking through their childhood friends' profiles and just finding out where everyone works, where everyone's living, who they're married to. Like, they just love to be in the know with information totally. So then with this Virgin card, the light attribute says maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. So I don't feel like this person technically has to be a virgin when you meet, but I feel like this person is very decisive about who they let into their sexual auric field. They're not just some person who's going to go out and have a bunch of one-night stands. They really want to get to know someone and really feel that person with that Cancer energy here. They want to know this person on a very vulnerable and almost spiritual level before they give that piece of themselves to you, male or female. You know, you always think, oh, the male, they'll just have sex with whoever, whenever, but that's not always true. There are those guys out there that aren't gonna just sleep with everyone because they feel on an energetic level that they are exchanging energy, and they don't want to just give that energy away to just anybody. They want that true love, and you will be this person's true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So you guys may have this at the beginning, this really awesome whirlwind romance. I don't know if I could say that 3 times fast. Whirlwind romance, and it's going to be fast and furious and burning hot, but it's not going to end. It's going to become loving and comfortable and very, I just see cozy, like you two curled up on a couch in front of a fire, and it just feels very warm and inviting and just at home, like you are this person's home. They feel at home with you. Then with this finances and career card, it says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So I do feel with this 4 of coins that person wants to really save and be stable and financially secure, because they feel like if they spend money, it's like they're losing money. And you know, there is that saying, you got to spend money to make money, which is true at times. But this person, you know, much like they don't want to let go of relationships, they don't want to let go of their old memorabilia, they don't want to let go of their money either, unless they have a very good reason for having to pay a specific bill. They just don't want to do it. But I feel at times you guys may be fighting over money or kind of having disagreements about money. Not the fact that you don't have enough money, but just where you should spend the money or not spend the money is kind of the back and forth pull I get with you two and your energy. But then with this conjunction card, it says empowerment. This is when you have a conjunction of 2 planets, it's the combination of 2 forces. This planet, say it's the sun, this planet, say it's Saturn. So you're combining the forces of what sun represents and what Saturn represents and bringing them together. And that's what you guys are going to do with your love of each other. You're going to bring your 2 souls together and almost just conjunct each other. So you may have, this may be your twin flame. I am getting twin flame vibes from this conjunction card, but you guys, I just heard ride or die. Like when you conjunct together, like you guys will be your ride or die for each other and just totally saturated in each other's love and lives. Like you guys, maybe you work together, maybe you sleep together, maybe you live together, maybe you have hobbies that you do together. It's like I just see you guys just going, you know, these 2 planets just going everywhere together is, you know, how I'm seeing this. It's just really cute. But you guys are just, it's like when you join your forces together, it's like you strengthen your individual purposes in life and enhance them and just make them shine really bright like the sun. But then we have this worth waiting for card. Divine timing is at work in your love life is what it says here at the bottom. So if you haven't met this person and you just feel like you're never going to meet this person, don't worry. This person will come into your life. And I almost see it like when you least expect it. And isn't that the cliche? It's like when you stop looking for it, there it is, which is so much easier said than done, because you can tell yourself, okay, I'm not looking for love, but really on a subconscious level, you're like, where's my love? Where's my love? And that's kind of how I feel with both of you. Like you're just waiting for each other to come into your lives. And then when you do, it's like that, like I said, whirlwind romance. Oh, I said it right. But it's just going to be real fast and furious and beautiful. And there is this little angel person back here, cute little person here. So I do feel like you guys will have some sort of child, whether it's a fur baby or an actual baby or babies. You guys will be wanting to combine, you know, conjunct your energies together to create a new life is what I'm seeing. So that doesn't have to be an actual child. That can be a business or some sort of legacy the 2 of you are combining together to leave on this planet as well. So, and I do see if you guys want to have children that there are 2, possibly 3 children waiting in the wings, because we do have 1 child here, 1 child here, and 1 child here. So 2 to 3 children waiting for you guys, and worth waiting for. Some of you could be having 2 children, and it looks like 2 girls for some of you, and then it could be 2 boys and a girl for others of you is really what's standing out to me. So I think that's all I'm seeing for you guys, but you will have to let me know below what you thought and if this resonated, and if you're excited to meet this person if you haven't already, or if you're already with this person, you'll have to let us know if this kind of rang true with who you're with, and if you think you will get married or partnered for life with this person. And you'll have to let us know below what you thought. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. All right, bye. Alright, group number 2, let's find out who you will marry, who will be your partner, your spouse, your husband, your wife, however you want to label that. I know not everyone wants to get legally married, so however this resonates for you in the partnership you're hoping to create, that's what I want you to take from it. So as always with my pick a card readings, we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot cards and get additional guidance from your oracle cards, and we've already seen this. This was just the card I was using to select the cover, so we'll go ahead and set that aside. And oh wow, this is powerful and really beautiful. Dark at times in the past, but very beautiful and bright for the future is what I'm seeing. So, okay, we're gonna go mostly start with this star because this is really what's shining brightly. And what I see for this person is they have a renewed sense of hope after something major that had happened in their past. And this feels like it was many years ago. For most of these people, it could have been an actual death in the family of a sibling, a parent, someone really close to them, maybe a close friend, family member, or even some sort of hero or idol. They had this person physically died when they were younger, and it really affected them in a way that just brought them in a dark time, in a depression with anxiety and nightmares and just feeling like they didn't want to go on is really the energy I'm picking up. But really with this star card, it's like they have used that thing that happened in the past and other things that have happened in the past. And I just saw maybe when they were younger their house had burned down. And I don't know if I'm picking that up just because that actually happened to me, but it's something that I'm seeing that maybe they lost something in such a major way, like a house burning down. You lose everything in one go, except hopefully the relationships, but you lose all your home, your security in life, and all of your belongings in one go when you have a house fire. So it feels very, very much like that. Like they lost a lot in a quick amount of time. So that could have been the fact that maybe if they had lost a parent or both of their parents even, that they had to live with someone else and completely change the way they live their lives. But then there are others of you guys' partners you're asking about that hadn't had it quite so transformational, hadn't had quite such dire things going on. But I'm seeing both paths. There's people who've really been through it, and then others who have been through, you know, bumps and stuff along the way, but they've used those bumps and bruises along the way to really transform themselves into the people they are now and use the past woes that they've had to create and cultivate this new beautiful person. It's like they came from that, you know, she's in this like this, you know, with the spider webs here, it's like when the spider wraps its prey all up in the silk and the prey can't get out. That's what this is really reminding me of. And I don't know if you can really tell. I can't see on my big camera up there. I don't know if it's focusing or anything, but this person feels very wrapped up and caught in the spider's trap. But at the same time, with this moth here, this reminds me of that chrysalis energy, where that's that dark night of the soul. You go into that chrysalis energy and then you emerge the moth or the butterfly. So this person uses what's gone wrong in their past to become a better, newer version of themselves. They don't let the past hold them back or make them any kind of victim. They emerge is the word I'm hearing. They emerge from the ashes, from the rubble of what has gone down in their lives. That could have even been past breakups, really nasty breakups they've had in the past, and they've emerged on the other side, and they've used those lessons not to become bitter, but to become better is really what I'm hearing in my head right now. So this person, even after all they've been through, because the star does come after the Tower card in the tarot, even after this person's been through everything they've been through, they still have a very positive and hopeful outlook on life, which is very beautiful, because I'm getting chills in my legs now as I say that, because a lot of times when we lose someone we love, when we lose our security and our stability and love from other people, that can bring you to the brink. That can bring you to the lowest places. But this person didn't let that completely tear them down. Maybe they had gone off their path for a while. I see maybe some of these people had been into drugs for a while or alcohol to really allow themselves to be able to cope with what's going on, which drug addiction and stuff is very 12th house energy or Pisces energy. And I really am actually picking up 11th house energy and 8th house energy. With the star, that's that Aquarian energy, and then the death card, I usually associate that with the 8th house, which is that Scorpio energy. So this person could be any of the signs that I've just mentioned: sun, moon, rising, prominent placements in these houses, and 12th house energy. They may have a lot of planets in the 12th house, and their 12th house, or even in Pisces. Pisces is also that representation of the 12th house. So with this death card, of course, what we were saying, rebirth, redefining themselves over and over again. I don't see this person just being the same person for years and years at a time. It's like every year they're leveling up and reinventing themselves and transforming themselves into something new, which is a very Scorpio type of thing. So maybe they do change their look up a lot. And then with this Aquarius energy of the star, they may have an out there look, like more futuristic, or even at times throwback and vintage look to them. The way they style their hair, the way they dress, they just may have that, they stand out in a crowd is really what I'm seeing. They don't blend in very well. They stand out. So they may have a really unique hair color, like red hair, or maybe they dye their hair funky colors. They just stand out in some way. But then on the flip side of that, they may also try to blend in, so they maybe try to dress like everyone else and try to have hair like everyone else, but at the same time, their energy still stands out. They cannot hide in a crowd. I see them trying to hide in a crowd, kind of like that guy. Oh man, what was his name? Damien, I think? I could be totally wrong. In Mean Girls, when he's got the sunglasses on and the hoodie, he's like, she doesn't go to this school. Like, that's what I see him, like, trying to hide in a crowd, but no matter how much he tries or she tries, they just cannot hide in a crowd. But again, rough childhood with the death card, or rough past. So even if they had just broken up with someone when you met them, maybe they were in that dark energy and you helped bring them back to the light, is really what I'm seeing. So really, they just see beauty even in the negative, even in the tower. As the tower's burning, they can still see the beauty in the burning of the tower, you know, which comes before the star, as we were saying. They can still see beauty in life, even when things are crumbling around them. They get the lesson. So they're, you know, you can look at something as a lesson and a blessing in your life, or something that is a problem and negative and things aren't fair and life never happens the way I want it. Kind of that victim mode. You could go that road, or you can see the lessons and the blessings within the problems going on in your life. That's the road this person takes. They just want to use what's going on to transform themselves and to learn and grow for their soul's evolution, is really what I'm seeing. So let's go ahead and get a couple of our oracle cards out. Actually, let's just get them all out, and I will see you back here in a second. I really do hope this looks okay up there on the screen. I can't really see it that well from my vantage point, so let's just hope. And this card down here is kind of cut off, but I will show you that card when we get there. So let's go ahead and dive right in up here with this full moon in Pisces. Oh, that's hilarious. We got more Pisces going on. So balance spirituality and practicality. And I do feel like this person is someone who does that because they have been through so much in their lives that they know that things happen. They know that there is a realm beyond this one that is constantly at work. And so they are someone who can balance spirituality and practicality. They are, I think, a lot of them very tapped into their more spiritual side because it has really helped them get by in those dark moments within their lives. So again, with the Pisces, they could be sun, moon, rising in Pisces. Lots of placements in the 12th house, or lots of placements within Pisces. Then with this full moon in Leo, don't let pride get in your way. So again, they could have Leo in their chart, sun, moon, rising, prominent placements, but it's funny because I see that lion, like they are that lion. Even if they don't have a lot of Leo in their chart, they still, you know, that lion is the king of the jungle. They stand out even in their natural environment. They are majestic. This person is majestic. They cannot hide in that crowd like we were talking about. And they may have some really big hair. Like they may have really thick hair or curly hair or just a lot of hair. Even on their body, they may have a lot of body hair, and that is really funny because like I think the in vogue thing is to have not a lot of body hair, but this person also could have, if they are a man, they could have a beard or rock a beard and some longer hair. Kind of, I'm picking up like a Jason Momoa vibe from this person's look. So they could also be kind of built, like really into being athletic and muscular and lean as well. So that's how they may look, male or female. And again, the female probably isn't going to be rocking a beard, but she's not going to be afraid to get out there, get her hands dirty, and get things done. And again, with the guy, he's going to do the same thing. He's not afraid to put his heart and soul and passion into projects, relationships, his job, whatever it is he's got or she's got going on. This person is putting their heart and soul into it, because Leo rules the 5th house of passion. They have very fiery passion in whatever it is they are focused on. Then with this warrior energy, again, Jason Momoa vibes. So light attributes are strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. And don't let pride get in your way, total ego. So this person, I feel, balancing spirituality and practicality is also balancing out their ego. So this person may have had that ego death, like we were saying with that spiritual awakening, dark night of the soul. And of course, we still need our ego to keep us safe. So our ego doesn't die completely. We still need our ego to operate in this 3D realm. So I don't think this person's just floating around completely egoless, because it's just almost not possible in this realm we're in. But this person is good at balancing out their pride and their ego. So then with this beggar card, it says, confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. So this person is constantly asking themselves questions about, it's like I see them alone in their room in the dark, and it's like, I'm not being a victim, am I? Like, they don't want to be seen as someone to feel sorry for, or someone who is a victim of consequence or a victim of life. They want to be strong. They want to appear powerful, and they do. But their worst fear almost is to look like some sort of poor sap or poor victim in some way. And that may be where their ego comes into play. Like, I gotta act stronger, I gotta act tougher than I really am so people don't think I'm weak. That may be where this ego is coming into play for them. But I do feel like they, especially by the time they meet you and you guys are really well on your way in your relationship, this person will be able to balance that out, because they will be able to show you their vulnerable side and their softer side and their more, as they deem it, weak side, but it's not weak. Showing your vulnerability is one of the strongest and bravest things a person can do. So this person is going to learn that through the relationship they have with you, that being strong is about being vulnerable. So it might take them a while to open up to you at times, but they're gonna do it. They really are. So then it's funny, I didn't even see this until just now. Pisces again. Pisces, got Pisces vibes from up here. Pisces again. So yeah, this person is very intuitive, very spiritual. That's why they can balance the practical things in life and that spirituality, because all they've been through, it has really showed them that there is more to this reality than what we've been taught or what we can see or hear or feel. But this person is very empathetic. They can feel things. They just know things. They are magical. They are dreamy. Sometimes they may have all these wild, awesome daydreams that they tell you about, and you're just like, wow, I wish that was real life. That is so cool. But on the flip side of that, they may have those escapism tendencies. Maybe they want to lose themselves in Netflix shows or alcohol or drugs at times, and they just want to lose themselves at times because they do get so overwhelmed with everything that is going on. But for the most part, this person is very balanced and can balance out their like emotions and their physical state. Then we have, again, the Sun, and it's funny because group number 1 had the Sun card for their card on the Fountain Tarot Sun card. So this Sun is all about being. It is that soul, that essence, that energy, and that self-awareness. So again, going back to the beggar and the strength and the pride and the ego, this person is very self-aware of who they are and very aware of their body and who they are around people. And they have this spirit and creativity and life force within them that just makes other people very attracted to them, and just very, it's like they, you know, like the sun. When the sun is out, the flowers all turn their faces toward the sun. That's how this person is. They enter a room and all the faces turn towards this person. And it's not because everyone's physically or sexually attracted to them. It's just because their presence commands attention is really what I'm seeing. And it's funny too because Leo is ruled by the sun in at least Vedic astrology. I do believe it's the same in Western astrology as well. So this person's sun could be in Leo. This person's sun is going to be maybe even in Aries, very exalted position. This person could have also a Sagittarius sun, Leo sun, Aries sun, very fiery sun. And their Mars also could be with this warrior card in a really prominent position like Capricorn or Aries or even Leo as well is really what's standing out most. So yes, this person is very creative, very expressive, and very self-sufficient. So I also see this person being able to like build a shelter, build a house, cook food, do all the things you need to do to survive. Like I see them out like on a deserted island, just making it happen. Like, you know, oh, I don't have food, I don't have shelter, I don't have fire. Well, let me create all that. Let me go find all that. Let me hunt that. I can do this. This person is very instinctual where those things for survival are concerned because they've been through so much. So this person may be some sort of survivalist in some way, or some sort of prepper, or even like a homesteader, someone who wants to live off grid and like not be tracked by the government and all that. Like they may have been very jaded in their past by what's gone on, and they just want to be left alone by quote unquote the man is really what's standing out to me. But then with this chemistry card, he kind of does look like Jesus or like a Jason Momoa with that longer hair. There is a strong magnetic attraction here. So I know when you guys first meet, you're going to be very strongly attracted to this person, at least on a magnetic level, like an energetic level. But I do feel most of you guys will be very romantically or sexually attracted to this person when you meet them as well. It's going to feel like you know them and you need to know them and get to know them. It's just going to be this overwhelming urge to get this person on your radar, or for you to get on their radar is really what I'm seeing. And then with this heart-to-heart conversations card, it says honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And again, going back to that vulnerability and that Leo and feeling like a victim, or, you know, feeling weak in some way, this person might take a minute or 15 or 20 or 30 to warm up to you, and for you to warm up to, you know, you, I feel like, are going to trust this person implicitly almost from the beginning. And that might even scare you because you're like, I don't just randomly trust people, but I trust this person with my life and I just met them. Like, that's how I feel you are for them. And they trust you on that like 3D level. Like, they trust you with like the physical world, but they don't trust anybody with their inner environment, that Pisces stuff, that 8th house and 12th house energy that they're dealing with because of all they've been through. Until they trust you completely, then they will open up and have those heart-to-heart conversations about their past, about what they've been through, about where they're coming from. And it will all make sense to you as you get to know this person, how, after all they've been through, how you're almost wondering, like, how can you be such an awesome, put together, amazing person after everything you've been through? Like, how is that even possible? You would think that if this were me, I'd be in some sort of mental institution or maybe have committed suicide, but you are still here. You're in awe of this person because they've been through so much, and they are just still that shining light. They are still that sun. But it's not that sun that's unjaded. It's the sun that's really seen some ish and come out on the other side on top. So as far as children or anything like that, I feel like for you guys, it really was clear to me in group number 1 with children. With you guys, it feels to me, if you want children, you can have them. If you don't want children, you don't have to have them. There are 2 baby angels here, but then I feel like this is probably the man and wife here, but there could be anywhere from 1 to 4 children is really what's standing out. And I see 2 boys and a girl for someone, 3 boys and a girl for someone, and then just 1 girl for someone, and a boy and a girl for someone. So I think that's really what's standing out to me most for children. So I really do hope I covered enough for you guys to feel like you kind of know this person a little bit and where they're coming from. So you will have to let me know below if you are looking forward to meeting this person, or if you already know this person or already with this person. If this resonated, you'll have to let me know below. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. Alright, bye! Alright, group number 3, let's go ahead and figure out who you're gonna marry, who's gonna be your husband, your wife, your spouse, your partner, however you want to label it. I know not everyone wants to be legally married, so however this resonates for you, that's how I want you to take it. So as always with my pick a card readings, we're going to go ahead and start with your tarot cards and get additional guidance from your oracle cards. But we're going to put this one aside because we just use this to select your cover or your pile. Okay, so we have Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. So this is really interesting. It's not often I get 2 queens or 2 kings or 2 court cards together. What I'm seeing is that the Queen of Pentacles is that queen of comfort. The Queen of Cups is that also comforting person, empathetic, very sensitive, psychic. So I'm feeling like this person has a really good balance, because water is that emotions, that more spiritual stuff. And the pentacles are more the 3D natural stuff, just what's going on in the material world. So this person has a really good balance of their spirituality and their everyday mundane life. They have a really good grasp on being able to create security in their life, but also tapping into their more emotional side and their more spiritual side for guidance in how to move forward in the material world. It's a very beautiful balance this person has that's very rare. I don't really see this often in my readings. So this person is very unique and just awesome, but they are very intuitive, very psychic, very in tune with their emotions with this Queen of Cups. So whether they're male or female, don't let the queens in this reading throw you off. This could be masculine and feminine, either way. But that being said, this person is very in tune with their feminine side or their feminine energy, their divine feminine part of themselves. That doesn't mean if they are a guy that they are very feminine, not at all. It's just that they are very in tune with their emotions and their more spiritual side, their more creative side as well, I'm seeing. And with this white rabbit down here, that's really leading me to, I just heard the word conspiracy theory, because you always hear, follow the white rabbit, go down the rabbit hole. So this person isn't afraid to dive into subjects that maybe are off the mainstream or off the beaten path or considered taboo. This person will pursue knowledge in directions that aren't mainstream. This person likes to dig deep down into things, down into the earth. They may like to get their hands in the earth and dig. Maybe they are a miner, or may put up fences. They're digging holes for fences. They are making like landscaping and gardens, putting their hands in the earth. Very earthy people. Maybe they like to hike and get out in nature. Maybe they want to have a property where they can do all their gardening and build things, and just, I'm seeing them want to create a life of their own is really what I'm seeing, and a family of their own as well. But this person could also be very, I mean, not could be, they are absolutely very creative, very artistic, a musician even. I see someone playing a guitar, someone doing like digital music, singing as well. They maybe have a very beautiful singing voice. They may even be a musician where they are producing things. I don't see that there's some big musician or some celebrity or anything like that, but they may have a following in your local area or their local area, and maybe just kind of be known for around friends and family as someone who's very artistic and very musically talented. Maybe they were in band in high school or had a band in the past, or maybe they are in a band and now. That's just kind of more for fun, to get together with their friends and kind of jam. But they are, again, like I said, very also in touch with their feminine side, which this card can sometimes be very floaty and hard to ground in reality, but because you have this Queen of Pentacles paired with that, this person can ground their creative ideas into a tangible thing. So if they want to write a book, they're not just thinking of all these ideas and then the ideas fly away. They're thinking, they get these ideas, they write them down, they create the book. That's what I'm seeing. So it's like they've got that beautiful balance to channel information from the divine or from the other realms and to put it into something that is tangible in the material world that can create abundance in their life. So they may be a writer, like I was saying in the example. They may be a musician. They may be bringing in income from their creative endeavors. And meditation, spirituality, that's all very important to them, or will be eventually in their lives as they get older, because especially if this person's on the younger side, they may not have really tapped into those parts of themselves yet. A lot of times it takes some sort of dark night of the soul or midlife crisis or something like that for people to get more spiritual, but I feel like this person, even if they are young, they do already have a pretty decent spiritual base with this Queen of Cups energy. But this person is going to be rich in many ways. I just see them, like if they want something, they may not go online and buy it or order it. They may see a really cool table that they want, and instead of buying it, they want to make it and recreate it and put their own personal touch or spin on it. But I'm feeling like, because there is this balance with these two queens, there may be a really cool balance within their chart. So say they are an Aries ascendant, maybe they have a Libra sun, which is directly opposite of their ascendant, or their moon sign is directly opposite their ascendant, or sun and moon are direct opposites. But whatever it is, it's like a balancing of energies. So they could be a Libra or have strong Libra in their chart. And Libras aren't popular to common belief, are not balanced people. They have to work extra hard at becoming balanced because that's what they're here to learn and accomplish. So this person may have, just like their chart is very balanced. They may have planets dispersed in the water, fire, earth, and air houses, very nicely distributed. Just very balanced people. They're not easy to put off kilter. I feel like they can really juggle all the different areas of life, and they do it really beautifully. But they are, like I was saying, very stable. If they want to buy something or have something, they want to usually make it or put their own spin on it. But they want that simple life and to be surrounded by things and people that bring them joy. So that's going to look different for everyone, but I do see someone who just wants like their own property where they can just be themselves and not have all these looky-loo neighbors, and just being able to spend quality time with those they love and being able to provide for those they love. They want to be that breadwinner, whether this is male or female. They want to bring in an income. They may even be a really good cook because they are very attached to nature or very connected to nature. So they may even be vegetarian or even vegan, or have gone through a stint in life where they were that thing, but they are just very connected to the earth. So they may have a lot of past lives here on earth, or just very in tune with Mother Earth in some way. But between the two queens, very thoughtful, very caring for those around them, very stable energy. So let's go ahead and get more information from our oracle cards. Okay, I really hope this is not all wonky up on our camera. I can't quite tell from this vantage point, so you'll have to bear with me and just look away if you don't like to see uneven cards, because this might be what that is. I hope not, but it could be. So we're going to go ahead and start right up here with this new moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. So to me, this feels like this person, wherever they are, they're just radiating this really nice warmth, this nice light. And I feel like it's more of a gentle glow than this like bright spotlight. Like group number 2 had that spotlight, like anytime this person walked in, like all heads were turned toward them. But I feel with this person, it's more of a gentle glow of a candle flame or like a fire, like sitting in front of a fireplace. It's a gentle, warm glow. This person just brings love and light into their lives, but not in an overbearing way or a hey, look at me way. Not that group 2 was that way either. They commanded attention whether they wanted it or not. But with this group, it's like, so it's a more subtle attention, a more subtle kind of flowing energy is really what I'm feeling. And it's very warm and inviting is the two words that keep really going around in my head. But with this disseminating moon, it says take time out to breathe. Oh, take time to breathe out. So this person isn't afraid when they feel really overwhelmed to take a day off, to have some fun, to do all those things that bring them joy. And this is a different energy even than group number one, because they had a hard time doing that. But this person, they know when they're starting to feel overwhelmed that they need to do something different, allow themselves to take a minute to breathe. So they could be, you know, like I was saying, very balanced. They know when enough's enough. They know when to leave a situation. They know when to dive into a new situation. They just know, they just make all the right moves in all the right places. I heard that song. Who sings that? I don't remember, but that's just like the lyric or the song that I'm hearing right now. So this person, it's almost like they are 3 steps ahead of everyone else on the chessboard. Like they know the next 3 moves they're gonna make. It's really a cool energy. It's not like they're those Virgos that are strict about their plans and stuff. They feel like this more Taurian energy. Taurus is really standing out to where, you know, with this earth sign, that could be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, or they also could be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer as well. But I'm feeling like a very slow and steady. They're not in a rush to get where they're going. They know their dreams are going to come true. They know things are going to happen for them in divine time, but they're not going to be the people that want to have everything right now. They're willing to work. They're willing to put in the hours and the time to make these things come to reality. And with this Aquarius card, they also could have Sun, Moon, or Rising in Aquarius, or prominent placements in the house of Aquarius as well. So then with this Martyr card, the light attributes are learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So that Martyr card really does go with Aquarian energy, because these people want to make this world a better place. So they are transcending nature of service to oneself or a cause. They're transcending the victim or murder mark on life. They want everybody to feel uplifted, and the systems that are kind of oppressing people, they want to bring those systems down is the feeling I'm getting. And I don't think they're going to be out there like those freedom fighters or anything like that, but just in their day-to-day lives and how they treat people, they treat everybody equal. They, even if they're in the midst of someone they don't really like, they're not going to be rude to this person. They're not going to be standoffish to this person. They're still going to be polite. They may not go in depth with a conversation with someone they don't really like, but they're not going to treat them poorly either. They're just very neutral with people they don't really like or don't really want to be around. But then we have, once again, the Queen card, going back to this Queen energy. There are 3 queens on the table, folks. So it says here with the light attributes, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. And again, this does not have to be feminine energy as far as this person being very feminine in their look and the way they act. This is just, the divine feminine is a very protective and authoritative energy. And this person completely embodies that protector. Much like group 2 with that lion that was on one of their cards. This is a very lioness energy. So even if this person is a male, this person is very protective, wanting to create that stable, secure foundation for their family and for those they love. And it's just, it feels very beautiful and benevolent. Like they want what's best for everyone involved. Even if they don't like the person, they still don't want to see that person fall or fail. They just want that person to leave them alone. It's kind of how I'm feeling. So they don't have a lot of ill will toward other people, and in effect, I don't think they have very many enemies or people who wish them harm as well. So then with this Passion card, it says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So this person is very passionate. Whatever it is they're doing, they want to put their heart and soul into it, especially when it's something creative or something more spiritual, or I see like them wanting to do and practice Tantra and yoga and maybe some sort of martial art or Tai Chi, where they are channeling energy through their body. So they may have very very muscular or lithe bodies. Maybe they have very graceful movements. I'm seeing them moving very gracefully. And I just feel like they are very romantic, very passionate. So they may surprise you a lot of times with gifts, or maybe you come home from a hard day at work and they're like, get in the car, we're taking a weekend to go on a vacation, and they surprise you with a cool vacation. Like, they're just very fun and lighthearted like that as well, and very passionate. Just whatever it is they do, they give 110% is really what I'm feeling. Then with this engagement card, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And whether you're already engaged or haven't even met this person yet, it feels to me like this person will have a very interesting and exciting engagement that's going to be like beyond your wildest dreams. And it doesn't have to be all big and out there and some sort of flash mob or anything like that, but it's just very, the way they propose to you is going to be very thoughtful and very unique to who you are and to who this person is, and it's going to feel very, very personal and vulnerable and amazing. It's just going to be very cool. And then with this Mercury card, communication, Mercury is the words, the thoughts, the information, the social media, communicating in all different ways, writing, reporting, journalism, just being aware of what's going on in the world. But this person is very like a narrator, like they are a storyteller. So this person, like I was saying earlier, may be a writer, or a way that they are communicating at work is through writing. Maybe they are writing a blog online or communicating in some way. So for some people that could be like networking, like with computers, IT. This person is very into communicating. So maybe they are on social media a lot and wanting to get the word out about things in the world. And, you know, the white rabbit, like we were talking about, maybe with some of the conspiracy theories and stuff, maybe they are trying to spread truth through communicating to others, social media or in person. But this person may also have really prominent placements in the Mercury houses, when Mercury rules the house or the sign of Gemini and the sign of Virgo. So wherever those are in your chart, this person's chart, are going to be very prominent placements. So they could be a Virgo ascendant or a Gemini ascendant, have Sun, Moon, Rising in Virgo or Gemini as well. So then with the trine, this is the flow card. They're very harmonious and wanting to benefit the world, very energetic and just flowing with ease. It's like I just picture this river and it's just slowly flowing forward. There's no friction, there's no hostilities, there's no conflict. It's just flowing kind of just effortlessly. But this really does bring with it gifts, lots of spiritual gifts, claircognizance, clairaudience, clairvoyance. This person's very tapped into nature and the spiritual. So air could be, they could have a lot of air in their chart as well, as I'm seeing with the Mercury. Obviously, air does rule, or Gemini is an air sign. I don't think air rules Gemini, but you know what I mean. And just very gifted both physically with being able to do things with their hands, because, you know, Mercury, Gemini, third house rules the hands and crafting things with your hands. So this person probably has prominent and cool placements within Gemini as well. But I'm really seeing that this person just, like, they are very go with the flow. So even if their plans get changed or altered last minute, they're not going to be that person who's going to blow a gasket and just be like, well, now my whole day is ruined because blah, blah, blah. They're just going to be like, okay, well, what can we do instead? Okay, let's try this instead. Like, they are very innovative in coming up with a quick solution to something that's going on. Like, they can think really good on the fly. Again, going with that Mercury, being able to think on the fly, and then with the Aquarius card, thinking out of the box as well. So your last card here, it says religious factors. I'm just going to bring this up so you can actually read it because it is cut off, I believe. But it says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So this person may have grown up in a very religious home, and this may be a religion they have since broken away from or are really turned off by as an adult. Or this person could have also grown up with parents who were very spiritual, not really religious, but very spiritual, and this person is carrying on that spiritual, what's the word I'm looking for? Just that spiritual legacy. Like they love what they were taught. So I see two very distinctly different paths. So could have grown up in a religion or spirituality they didn't really agree with and are far removed from now, or they grew up in more of a spiritual way with their family or parents that they are still on that path with. But religious factors are really going to play a role in your, not religious, so to speak, but I think more spiritual factors are going to play a role in your relationship. Maybe together you two are becoming more spiritual and having more of a sacred spiritual relationship rather than more of a physical one. Not that you can't be physical in a more sacred union, but it is not just about the physicality. It's more about your spiritual evolution as two souls rather than two human bodies, if that makes any sense. So like I was saying earlier about Tantra, that could be something you guys are doing together, or you guys are just having a very spiritual basis to your relationship. And if you're already with this person and that's not the case, it just feels like as you two grow together, your basis and your foundation will become more spiritual than it has started out as, is really what I'm seeing. So I think that's all I'm seeing for you guys, but you will have to let me know below if this resonated, if you haven't met this person yet, if you're excited to meet this person, or if you already are with this person or know this person, if this resonated for you, and if this sounds like the person you're asking about, you'll have to let me know that below. And as always, you guys, thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things, and I really truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. Alright, bye!